before I get started, I just want to thank all of you. I know NBA season can get long at times, but we appreciate all your hard work, all your efforts, all your time away from your families, and commitment to do your job and follow our team and cover the great game of basketball. And myself and the staff and organization appreciates that. Last night, we will get to, not last night, the season. One of the things I look back, I've only had 12 hours to reflect on this, so it's not a lot of time, is that we had a great year. We won 59 games, won our division, improved in a lot of areas. There's no question last night was disappointing finish to our season, but it's something that we will look back and know that we had a great year. We had a lot of good things that took place this past season. And with that being said, there's a lot of things that we have to get better with, myself included, our team. One of the things we do every off season is improve. We pinpoint a few areas that we have to get better with and attack those areas with a lot of work and determination to improve going into next season. But our future is bright. I love the group that we have. The group that we have is a working group, is a group that continues to improve year after year, not just our younger players. Kevin and Russell has done a great job of coming back every season, getting better. And those are the subtleties that make our team what it is. Like I said, we had a great year, disappointing loss last night, but a lot of things to reflect on that I'm very proud of. I'm very, very excited about moving forward with our group.
Question? Coach, you mentioned that some of the things that you feel that you had to improve upon. Can you, detail some of those?
Well, it's obviously I'm needing more time, but I think myself, our staff, we got areas that we want to get better with every year. We've done that. We've improved our team in the way we play over the years. We won a lot of games by improving every year. Without going into the details, just overall, we want to get better on both ends of the court. But I will, as the days go by, a few weeks go by, I will be able to identify those things that I want to get better at myself and each guy on our team and how our team plays going into next season.
Scott, you really throughout the season, through Russ's injuries, you had different guys step up. It seemed like this might be the deepest team. As this series went on, your rotation got smaller and smaller. Were you, I don't know if surprised is the right word, but just unable to go to those guys? Last night, you feel like, losing trust in those guys in terms of, being able to produce in that situation?
Yeah, we did overcome a lot of things that this team hasn't experienced in the past with all the injuries. Russell, some of our other guys. We have as the playoffs go, you're a lot of times your better players will play more minutes, and that was the case. We wanted, with playing against San Antonio, we knew we had to have an extra attacker on the floor. We had to have as many two-way players on the floor because this team, you saw the 6 games, this team has the ability to score in bunches, and we had to have the ability to put our best two-way players on the floor to be able to counter their offensive ball movement. Plus, we had to be able to score some points with them. So, we probably played a few guys extra minutes because of that. But it doesn't necessarily mean I have lost trust and confidence in our team. It's just the way the series and the playoffs, particularly this series, has gone.
Along those lines, a player like Jeremy Lamb, who can be so integral for you
yes.
in the years ahead, what gives you confidence that he can be a two-way player? And Under your salary structure, he really needs to be a guy that steps up for you next year.
Yeah, it's somebody that he's improved. He didn't play much at all his first year. He had a pretty good second year. It's something that we're going to continue to challenge him to get better. He has the ability to be a really terrific offensive player. Defensively, we have to continue to develop that part of his game. As he puts work into his body to get stronger, he's going to be able to be a much better player. But it's a player that I feel confident going forward with. I like what he does. And his future is very bright because of the work that he puts in.
Scott, what do you think about Fisher and just what his role might, I guess his decision, and what sort of input do you think are you going to relay to him on where he might fit either as a player or some other?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think you should blame Matt. In about 2 hours, I'm going to ask that same question to him. So if we can get back again after that, I can be able to, unless he could have had the meeting after 1 o'clock with me, you and I. With Fish, he's going to be successful with whatever he decides to get into his next career choice, whether he wants to play again, whether he wants to coach, whether he wants to get into management or broadcasting or the business world. He's going to be successful. The guy is as good as it comes with his work, with his determination. With his goal setting, he's very focused and singular in his determination. So whatever he decides, he's going to be successful, whether it's coaching, playing, or the above.
Are you going to try to advise him at all? Would you like to see him come back here as a player, assistant coach, or he's been a leader here? Are you going to try to give him some input? Or?
No, I will talk to him like I meet with all the players, and Fish and I obviously have a great relationship. I will be there for him, whatever he needs. So I'm more listen, and then if he wants my advice, I definitely will tell him definitely get into management. And but he's going to be successful, whatever he chooses to do in his next career, or if he wants to stay in the bat and playing.
You hit on his meticulousness, and are there some other qualities that you think would prepare anybody to become a head coach and be so quickly after their?
Well, he's been a point guard, a guard for a lot of years. He's seen a lot of basketball, so I know he hasn't coached, but he's coached on the floor. He has a lot of qualities that will give you a chance to be successful. And the main one is he's willing to work every day. There's no days off. You have to earn everything you get, and you can't ask for anything in this business. And he has that mentality as a player. So I'm sure he's going to continue to do that if he chooses to become a coach. But he will be successful whatever he decides to do.
Scott, obviously the expectations of this season, as the last few were very high, to not win a title, and to for your stars to be another year older, their contracts to have lost another year. Do you feel the clock ticking at all?
We're no different than any other team in this league. We want to win a championship. We understand that it's very difficult, that you cannot skip steps. You can't skip days in that process. It's a long, arduous season, and you have to really be focused and committed to each other and make sacrifices. And we have that in place. With all that being in place, it's still hard to accomplish that. Like I said last night, there's a lot of great players and a lot of great teams that have never won a championship. So it's something that we want, and we're going to continue to work for. I believe in the group that we have. We were one game from going into a Game 7 to being able to say we're in the NBA Finals. That's close. And Sam has always done a good job of bringing in adding pieces and to get us in this position. You want to be in the position to compete for a championship, and by being in that position doesn't guarantee that you're going to get a championship, but you're in that position, you have a chance. And this, we're one of 4 teams as of last night that had that chance. But I don't look at it as the clock is ticking. I look at it as we have a great opportunity to improve this summer, to work on some of the things that we have to work on individually as a team, as a staff, to put us in this position to be back in this position.
What do you need? What do you need, you think, to take that step? I mean, I know it's fresh, just last night, and it's not all your decision, but if you could bring in a particular type of player, position, skill set, what do you think the team needs to go?
Yeah, I mean, it's probably unfair for me to answer that question. It's too fresh. But I've always had this mentality. We have enough right now. We just have to continue to improve what we have. And then Sam and myself, we've communicated all summer long, and we will add pieces here and there. But we always have to have the mentality. We have a good team right now. We have to continue to improve it in different ways, and we have done that. We've won a lot of games over the years, and we've played a different style over the years also. But the thing that we have that's pretty solid, we've been good defensively for 3 or 4 years now. Offensively, our assist level has gone up. I think it needs to make another jump in that category. Our turnovers, is still maybe 1 or 2 too high, that we have to continue to focus on that area. But I like what we have here, and I like our guys, and we definitely have a bright future. But we still have to continue to challenge and push and get the group that we have better.
Obviously made individual improvements throughout the year, but are there some areas team-wide that you saw strides, either offensively or defensively, kind of as a group, that they improved over throughout the year?
Well, we did a few things defensively that we haven't done in the past, that we're going to continue to explore other ways to improve our defensive mindset and our defensive schemes. Offensively, we have moved the ball. I think 3 years ago we were last in assists. And I think this year we were in the mid, 13 or 14. And I think we can get to the top 10. That's something that we want to become better. We want to be a better passing team. But we have improved in that area. Sometimes we want it now, like we all do, but it takes time to get better every day. If you're willing to put the work in, you will see gradual and improvement, and that's what we've had. We've had that over the years, but we still have to, with that being said, we still have to get better.
Scott, do you sense that the natives are restless? Is the honeymoon over? Do you still have a warm, fuzzy feeling about this town, or is the pressure really starting to build?
I think we love playing here. We have a great fan base. They appreciate the work that the guys put in. That's evident just by what every night they come out and support and cheer, and they love our team. With that, we want to win a championship. There's no question. We're no different than any other team, but I love the position that we're in. We have that ability to compete for one, and a lot of teams some teams at their particular point of their team, they're not in that position. But we have a good team that's going to continue to get better.
Can I ask you next year's starting five? I guess that's a polite way of saying you think it's time to turn the page on Burke.
That remains to be seen. There's a lot of work that needs to be done this summer. Obviously, he's been a big part of what we've done over the years. We have a good group of guys that all have to come back better, and I expect that to happen with all of our guys. Perk, Kevin, Russell, all the guys have to come back better. Stephen has definitely improved as this season has gone on, but he's another guy that we're going to continue to challenge and work. We have 4 months before the next season starts, and we expect all of our guys to come back better in 4 months.
You finished the season with Reggie as your starting 2 guard. He's obviously more of a natural point. But could you envision yourself going into next season with the Westbrook-Jackson backcourt starting?
Well, I hate to put myself in that position because who knows what will happen over the summer. But I know with Reggie, he's a very good player. He has the ability to play both positions just like Russell does. So they can play together. That's been proven. And during this series, we won the 2 home games, lost the one, and obviously an overtime loss last night with that starting lineup. Don't know. It's so early. We have a lot of basketball to be talked about, a lot of the things that needs to be worked on. And then we have a whole month of training camp to who will fight for those positions. There's obviously some positions are available. I can say that.
Two more scored last night, bench-wise. I think it's 50-something to 5. Just what needs to happen with the bench? Do you see that strengthen that part of the team during the off season as a priority for this team?
Well, I hate to look at it last night because if you look at it last night, the bench minutes weren't the same. But they play a different. They rotate their bench differently. They have older veteran players, but they're still playing good basketball. You look at all the great players in the playoffs. All of them has played 40 to 42, 43 minutes. All of them in the history of the game. Bird, Magic, Jordan, Duncan. When he was 25, they played 45 minutes, 43 to 44 minutes a game in the playoffs. So it's a different. We're different teams. That being said, I feel confident in our group moving forward. Knowing that this summer is a big summer for all of our guys, myself included, to keep getting better and work on ways to tweak how we play, but focus on being committed to one another and continue to sacrifice it. Because if you don't have those two things, you're not going to be a good team.
Scott, I know obviously this is still so fresh, but so I don't pretend that you've had any conversations with Sam or anybody else, but can you just address your job security? Do you feel secure as the head coach moving forward? Have you had any conversations with Sam about that?
It's something that I don't even consider. I do my job every day. I've had a lot of valuable lessons in my life from my mother, and she's always told me this: you do your job every day and you live with the results. And they say you can't worry about what they say, or most. You never ever meet those people, and I have many stories that I can tell you about my mom, and that's one of them. Don't worry about them. Those are the people that told me I wasn't going to make it as a 4'11" freshman in high school. My dream was to be an NBA player. If I would listen to I wouldn't have been able to make it. So I always focus on what I do, and I try to do it at the best of my abilities every day. I focus on doing my job every day. I'm not looking for anything from nobody other than doing my job and living with the results. And I love what I do, and I love the team I'm with. And I know I have to get better, and I know our team has to get better, and we're excited about moving forward together as the group as this summer unfolds and coming back October, a better team.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, guys. Yep.